Hey YouTube, Carrotwick here, bringing you all my Rex Raptor Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile for post-Duelist Nexus. The Rex Raptor deck consists of the dinosaur engine we have, along with all the new evolutions of King Rex we got in the latest Yu-Gi-Oh booster set. It really had some fun and some playstyles on which Rex Raptor really focused with his dinosaur monsters in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. We even got a new TCG exclusive card added into the deck as well to help with some of the destruction power, but I really do like how the deck turned out with all the new cards we got in the booster set. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. So for our main deck monsters, we'll start off with one of the new boss monsters, the new Mighty Dino King Rex. You only run one copy of this card. It's really all you need with the special summon power you can do in this deck. If this attacking card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it can make a second attack during this battle phase once per turn. If you control this card that was not summoned this turn, you can target up to 2 monsters your opponent controls and destroy them. It's a 3200 attack point monster with destruction capabilities. You also still run the original Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but you have just more of a less restricted special summon monster in the form of this dinosaur to be able to summon out onto the field. We're also running 3 copies of the new double-headed Dino King Rex, with this card just being an easy special summon monster on the field. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon double-headed Dino King Rex once per turn this way, and if this card is normal or special summon, you can target one monster on the field with less attack than the total attack of all dinosaur monsters you control and destroy it. You can only use this effect of double-headed Dino King Rex once per turn, so it only has 1600 attack itself, so you might need to have some other dinosaurs on the field to get the full use of its destruction capabilities, but just being an easy special summon and also being a level 6 monster, making it an easy search off of Fossil Dig, all the better for just then another easy resource to then summon out onto the field. And for the TCG exclusive card, running 2 copies of the new Zutomosaurus. With this card, while you control another dinosaur monster, your opponent's monsters cannot target this card for attacks, and you can target one other card you control and destroy it, and you can only use this effect of Zutomosaurus once per turn, so it helps with some of the other dinosaurs that have destruction capabilities in the deck to use Zutomosaurus as just another card to destroy that card you control, and then get a special summon of another dinosaur monster on the field. You only run the 2 copies. I feel like you don't even need a second copy at times. I'm testing out the 2 for now, but just like I said, just a resource to special summon out onto the field and then have that destruction capability for your other dinosaur monsters. For some of the original engine, we're still running the 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor. If it's normal or special summon, you can take one dinosaur monster from your deck and either add to your hand or send it to the graveyard, and you can target one other level 4 or lower dinosaur on the field, destroy it, and then special summon one dinosaur monster from your graveyard in defense position. So you can only use each effect of Oviraptor once per turn. It has the special summon capabilities and destruction plays as your other dinosaurs, just giving you more of a protection of your Zutomosaurus, and then the additional destruction that this card can provide also. We're also running the 2 copies of Giant Rex for the option when it's banished to special summon it back into the field, just being a good level 4 monster to help with some of our Xyz summons that we go into for our Xyz monsters in the extra deck, like Lagia and Dolka. As well, for this card, it cannot attack directly, but it has pretty much a good amount of, attack points to use in tandem for your double-headed Dino King Rex for a total attack on the field of 3600. If you have this card on the field when you also have your King Rex, it's just a once per turn when it's normal special summon. So when you get this play on the field ready to go, you have the additional destruction with the monster special summon down on the field. Also running the 2 copies of an Amadorned Archosaurus. If this card is normal or special summon, you can destroy one dinosaur monster in your hand or face it on the field, except for an Amadorned Archosaurus. Then add one Reptile, Sea Serpent, or Winged Beast monster with the same original level as that destroyed monster, or one Evolution Pill spell from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Archosaurus once per turn. We do have a new Evolution Pill in the deck in the form of Beta Evolution Pill Ultra Ascendance, so having another search for this card is an added plus in the deck to have a more reasonable way to special summon out some of our other dinosaur monsters. And also the 2 copies of Baby Sarasaurus, just another destruction target, for being able to get a special summon from the graveyard onto the field as well by sending it to the graveyard with Soul Eating over Raptor, and also 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno for the Book of Moon play that this card can provide, while still being able to also set up cards for the banish, like our Giant Rex, being able to special summon it from your hand by banishing 2 dinosaur monsters from your graveyard. But you can also summon this card out onto the field with the double evolution pill that we run as well. For some of the lower numbers for our dinosaur monsters, the 1 copy of Miscellaneousaurus, this card is at 1 just because it's a send and search, and then special summon banish for being able to protect your dinosaur monsters on the field, and then being able to banish it just to summon out a level 1. So then you can use it to summon out your Archosaurus, or you can banish any number of dinosaurs along with this card. You just have the level 1 play if it's the only one in your graveyard for you to use. Also, the 1 copy of Petite Pteranodon, if it's destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 level 4 or higher dinosaur from your deck, but it cannot attack this turn. So this is another way to special summon out your double-headed Dino King Rex. And then if you have the other cards that I mentioned before for the destruction play of your double-headed Dino King Rex, with also 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Pankratops, another special summonable dinosaur monster in the deck with a destruction capability, just being able to tribute itself to destroy a card that your opponent controls. And then for the rest of the main deck monsters, just 3 copies of Ash Blossom and 3 copies of Effect Veiler. I run them for the hand trap option, but you do also need some monsters in the graveyard that are non-dinosaur to be able to work with double evolution pill. And what better than a hand trap lineup that you can use just as a discard against your opponent to either stop a monster effect or one of their searches, and then set them up along with one of your dinosaur monsters in the graveyard for you then to banish. Moving on now to the spells, we run the 3 copies of Fossil Dig. It's just an easy, not once per turn searcher to add whatever dinosaur monster you need. Like I said before, you can also add the new double-headed Dino King Rex, and if you control no monsters, just special summon it onto the field as an easy level 6 monster for you then to use as a resource before you even take your normal summon. The 3 copies of Lost World, so you have the field spell search. All monsters on the field lose 500 attack and defense except for dinosaur monsters, and once per turn if a dinosaur monster is normal or special summon except during the damage step, you can special summon 1 Jura Egg token onto the field, your opponent's field, in defense, and while your opponent controls the token, they cannot target monsters on the field with card effects except for tokens. And once per turn, if this card is normal summon, if a monster normal summon on the field be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can destroy that many dinosaur monsters from your hand and or deck instead. So you get the destruction of cards like your Petite Pteranodon, the Baby Sarasaurus, and then the additional special summon thanks to the Jura Egg, being able to then shut down a lot of cards your opponent may try to use against you if you went first against them, including cards like Lightning Storm, evenly matched since they already have a monster on the field. I also run 2 copies of the new Jurassic Power. All dinosaur monsters you control gain 300 attack. You can normal summon level 5 or higher dinosaur monsters without tributing, and you can send 1 dinosaur monster from your hand or face on the field of the graveyard to add 1 dinosaur monster with 1200 defense from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of your Jurassic Power once per turn. 1200 defense means we can search out our mighty Dino King Rex and be able to normal summon it as well since it's a level 5 or higher monster. You also have other search options in the form of double-headed Dino King Rex, so you don't limited to what you can search out, and you also have some other monsters to be able to search, like our Giant Rex, also having 1200 attack for you to use with this spell if needed. And we're also running the 2 copies of Double Evolution Pill, banishing 1 dinosaur monster and 1 non-dinosaur monster from your hand and or graveyard to special summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So you can get out your mighty Dino King Rex off of this card as well, or your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, whatever you want for that specific situation. And then you can only use 1 once per turn, but we also have the new Evolution Pill in the form of the Beta Evolution Pill, Ultra Ascendance. Tribute 2 monsters from your hand and or field, including a dinosaur monster, to special summon 1 level 5 or higher dinosaur monster from your deck or extra deck with an equal or higher attack than the total attack of those tributed monsters. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except for dragon, dinosaur, sea serpent, or worm monsters, and you can only activate 1 Beta Evolution Pill per turn. So we're not limited to dragons, at least, as well, so we can still get out our many different Evilzar monsters that we run in the extra deck as well, thanks to this spell. And then also for the rest of them, 1 copy of Call by the Grave, 1 Foolish Burial, and the 1 Monster Reborn to finish off the rest of the main deck. And that is it for the main deck. We'll now move on to the extra deck. For the Evil Czar monsters, I run the 2 copies of Logia, the 1 copy of Evil Czar Dolka, and the 1 copy of Evil Czar Solda. If you want to run the new Evil Czar Lars, you can always replace the Solda or one of the copies of Logia in the deck. I really do like running the rank 6 option with our new double-headed Dino, King Rex, just being an easy special summon card from your hand, and then another easy resource to get onto the field from your deck, depending on the tributes you may have for your Beta Evolution Pill to summon it out. And also the 1 copy of Tornado Dragon, the 1 copy of Baguska, 1 Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, and the 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus for the rest of the Xyz monsters we run. And for the Link monsters, the 1 copy of Link Karibo for the level 1 options we have in the deck in the form of either Effect Veiler if you have to summon out a resource, but most of the time you should have at least some dinosaurs like your Enamidorned Archosaurus to summon out for this card. The 1 Nightmare Cerberus, the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 IP Masquerena, Nightmare Unicorn, and then also the Apollosa and the Underworld Goddess of the Closed World for the more generic lineup of monsters. If you wanted to run any other dinosaur options, there are some other Link monsters you could run. They just don't add much to the deck since we're already playing with a good majority of dinosaur monsters to begin with. And then as for some of the go-to plays in the deck, depending on the setup you have for your summons, you can rely on a good number of monsters for the special summon, including the setup with our double-headed Dino, King Rex, and the new dinosaur as well, being able to send to add another dinosaur monster. So with these 2 cards, you could set up your ultimate Dino onto the field with the easy search. So what you do is first you special summon out your double-headed Dino, King Rex. You activate your Jurassic Power, giving all your Dino monsters 300 attack, and being able to normal summon them or special summon. Basically, you can normal summon level 5 or higher ones without tributing. So then you send the double-headed Dino, King Rex, to the graveyard with this card to then add 1 dinosaur monster with 1200 defense from your deck to your hand. So you can add the mighty Dino, King Rex to your hand. And since you haven't normal summoned yet, the double-headed Dino King Rex was just a special summon. You're able to normal summon out your mighty Dino King Rex without a tribute, also boosting up its power thanks to your Jurassic Power, and then also making able to make a second attack into your opponent's monsters when it destroys one by battle, then being able to hit for 3,500 attacks as well. And then if it's still on the field the next turn, you can then use it to destroy 2 monsters your opponent controls on the field also. You have still some of the other generic setup in the deck as well, including the new Beta Evolution Pill Ultra Ascendance, with this card being able to special summon a monster whose attack totals those of those tribute monster. So then you equal or higher basically with that monster. So then you have more options for your special summons. You're just restricted with what you can special summon with this card as well, since your Ultra Evolution Pill, special summons the monster ignoring its summoning conditions, so you can get out the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno with the double evolution pill. You can't use the beta evolution pill. You can only use this card to get out some of the dinosaur monsters by tributing 2 from your hand or field. So if you have those resources, it can help to also set them up in your graveyard just for the tribute, and then you can special summon out that other dinosaur monster onto the field, special summoning out your soul eating Raptor, which then you can use to search out the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno itself, adding it to your hand, just being able to use the dinosaur to take and add to your hand. And then with the 2 tributed off of the beta evolution pill, you can banish them for your Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to get on the field that way, and then not even having to have taken up your normal summon, which you could also then use for another level 4 monster if you happen to have it in your hand, to then overlay into your Evil Czar monster, because once again with the beta evolution pill, it doesn't limit you to what you can summon out except for dragon, dinosaur, sea serpent, or worm monsters. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. It's a really fun deck and really, plays homage to a bunch of monsters that Rex Raptor used to use in the original series with their new evolved forms. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.